In the bustling city of Mecca, in the early 7th century CE, life revolved around two primary pursuits: trade and tribal affiliations. Among the various tribes, the Quraysh tribe held significant influence, managing the affairs of the city and safeguarding its holy sites. At the heart of Mecca stood the Kaaba, a cube-shaped building revered as the holiest site in Islam. It was believed to have been built by Abraham and his son Ishmael, making it a place of pilgrimage for those seeking spiritual connection. The Kaaba, however, was not just a place of worship. It was also associated with trade, as merchants often stored their goods within its walls during the annual pilgrimage season. The most prominent clan among the Quraysh were the Hashemites, who had the privilege of maintaining and protecting the Kaaba. They were known for their generosity, hospitality, and commitment to the traditions associated with this sacred site. Amidst this backdrop, a young man named Muhammad bin Abdullah was born on April 12, 570 CE. His birth was marked by profound celestial events, with the astrological configurations aligning in a unique way. Some sources even claim that at the moment of his birth, an angel proclaimed, "Praise be to Allah, and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah." Though raised in Mecca, Muhammad's early life was marked by a deep sense of displacement. He experienced the loss of both parents at a young age, leaving him under the care of his grandfather and later his uncle, Abu Talib. Despite these challenges, Muhammad's character was shaped by his strong moral values and a genuine concern for the well-being of others. As he grew older, he became known for his honesty, trustworthiness, and ability to settle disputes fairly. In fact, the name Muhammad means praiseworthy or laudable in Arabic, reflecting his exemplary qualities. Back in pre-Islamic Arabia, people had different ideas about God. People often associated divinity with various deities, and engaging in trade, they frequently invoked the name of Allah for protection and prosperity. However, there was no unified belief system, and religious practices were fragmented among different tribes. Moreover, the Meccans were deeply engrossed in their own traditions and rituals. They engaged in various forms of divination, such as interpreting omens from the flight of birds, and placed great importance on tribal loyalties and feuds. In this context, the idea of one true God and the need for monotheism were concepts that were not widely accepted. The turning point came when Muhammad was 40 years old. During a period of intense contemplation and withdrawal from society, he retreated to the cave of Hira, near Mecca, for spiritual reflection. It was here that he received his first revelation, marking the beginning of his prophetic mission. The message he received was simple yet profound. Read in the name of your Lord who created man from a blood clot. Read, and your Lord is the most generous, who has taught by the pen, taught man what he did not know. These words, as recorded in the Quran, signified a new chapter in human history. Thereafter, the course of Muhammad's life took a dramatic shift. Guided by divine inspiration, he began preaching the message of Tawheed, the oneness of God, to the people of Mecca. Initially, his teachings resonated with a few, including his wife Khadijah, who was among the first to accept Islam. However, as he continued to proclaim the message, he faced opposition from the Meccan leaders who saw his teachings as a threat to their power and traditions. The Meccans, deeply ingrained in their polytheistic beliefs and social customs, were resistant to the idea of worshiping one God. They accused Muhammad of being a sorcerer and a poet, and subjected him to ridicule and persecution. The intensity of the pressure led to a significant event known as the Hijra, which marked a pivotal moment in Islamic history. In 622 CE, Muhammad and his followers migrated from Mecca to the nearby city of Medina, 400 miles away. This migration was not merely a physical relocation, but also a spiritual exodus. In Medina, Muhammad's community, known as the Muslims, began to flourish. He established a new center of worship at the Mosque of Medina, where the first congregational prayers were held. Furthermore, he played a vital role in settling conflicts between the various tribes in Medina, fostering unity and establishing a legal framework based on Islamic principles. The Medina period witnessed the initial structuring of Muslim society, including the formation of the Ummah, a worldwide community of believers. During this time, the Muslims faced military confrontations with the Meccan tribes, leading to battles such as the Battle of Badr in 624, where the Muslims emerged victorious despite being outnumbered. This victory was a turning point as it established the strength and resilience of the Muslim community. A turning point in Islamic history occurred in 630 CE when Muhammad led a military campaign back to Mecca, known as the Battle of Mecca. This event resulted in the conquest of the city and the destruction of the pagan shrines and idols that were present in the Kaaba. This victory not only symbolized the triumph of monotheism over polytheism, but also led to the acceptance of Islam by many Meccans, including some of the former persecutors of the Prophet Muhammad. After conquering Mecca, Muhammad's prestige and influence grew significantly. More and more people from various regions, including Arabia, Iraq, Syria, Persia, Egypt, and North Africa, embraced Islam. By the time of his death in 632 CE, the Arabian Peninsula had largely become Muslim. However, his impact transcended geographical boundaries. The teachings he had shared about the oneness of God, social justice, and spiritual enlightenment resonated with people across cultures, laying the foundation for the rapid spread of Islam in the following centuries. The legacy of Muhammad is multifaceted. As a prophet, he delivered a message of unwavering hope, guiding humanity towards the path of righteousness. His teachings emphasized compassion, charity, and the importance of treating all people with dignity and equality. The establishment of the 5 pillars of Islam provided a structured framework for individuals to connect with God. Furthermore, Muhammad's emphasis on education and intellectual pursuits encouraged Muslims to seek knowledge and understand their faith. The concept of jihad, often misunderstood, goes beyond armed struggle and encompasses personal striving and the pursuit of justice. In its broader sense, Muhammad's impact extended to social reform. He championed the rights of women, abolished the practice of burying daughters alive, and condemned the excesses of tribal rivalries. His teachings continued to shape the lives of billions of people worldwide, offering a path to spiritual growth and societal transformation. One of the central figures in the early spread of Islam was a companion of the Prophet Muhammad. Born into a prominent Meccan family, Abu Bakr's life took a pivotal turn when he embraced Islam. Renowned for his steadfast commitment to the faith, he played a crucial role during the Hijra, the migration of Muslims from Mecca to Medina. His unwavering support of the Prophet, Muhammad, and the Muslim community led to him being honored with the title of the Father of the Believers. Abu Bakr's contributions transcended mere companionship. He was a beacon of light, guiding others towards Islam with patience and wisdom. After the Prophet Muhammad passed away, Abu Bakr stepped up as the first caliph, leading from 632 to 634 CE. During his caliphate, he laid the groundwork for the expansion of Muslim territories, which later led to the establishment of vast empires. The rapid growth of Islam during this period can be attributed in part to the efforts of companions like Abu Bakr, who exemplified dedication, piety, and leadership. Another key figure in the early development of Islam was Uthman, often referred to as Osman ibn Affan. Uthman is super important in Islamic history because he was a close friend of Prophet Muhammad, part of the first Muslim family, and one of the 3 guys picked to be caliph after him. Osman's journey to Islam was marked by intellectual curiosity. He was initially drawn to Christianity, but eventually embraced Islam under the guidance of the Prophet Muhammad. His vast wealth enabled him to support the early Muslim community, particularly during challenging times. Notably, Usman played a pivotal role in compiling the Quran after the Prophet Muhammad's death, ensuring its preservation for future generations. His commitment to the faith and contributions to its foundational texts solidified his status as a pivotal figure in Islamic history. In conclusion, the emergence and early spread of Islam, as depicted in the life of Prophet Muhammad, were nothing short of extraordinary. In a world dominated by darkness and devoid of spiritual guidance, Muhammad's teachings brought forth the light of monotheism, transforming individuals and communities. Despite facing persecution and adversity, Islam flourished, laying the foundation for a new way of life. The contributions of companions like Abu Bakr and Usman further accelerated the growth of the Muslim community. Their dedication and leadership were instrumental in shaping the early course of Islam. As we reflect on this remarkable journey, we are reminded of the enduring impact of faith, the importance of seeking truth, and the transformative power of unwavering commitment. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the incredible origins of Islam. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to stay tuned for more captivating episodes that bring history to life. Until next time, may peace be upon you all.